Hey guys, welcome to Whispers and Ink. I am Jennifer, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am not only here to inspire you, I'm also here to give you permission to try something new. And today I'm here to talk you through a few of the tips that I have come up with for our new stamps and dies. And I want to do a quick overview about how I do my cardstock and ink, probably. You'll probably throw the ink into that. Hey, you guys. So, hi, Kim. Hi, Ann. Hi, Linda. Oh, my gosh, you guys. I've been working my fingers to the bone. Not really. Okay, so I have my second camera down, you guys. Joe went to bed right away, so I couldn't get my stand. So we're going to I'm going to do my very, very best to be steady. And, oh, I know, you guys, it's, you guys, everybody. So here's the thing. We're talking storage tips and a way for you to look at how I'm doing it. But here's the thing. Let's talk about this, you guys, because somebody might think of something that I didn't think of. And you really never, ever know. That's how our community works. And I love that about our community. I do. I love that about our community. So anyways, you guys, I'm going to do my best to hold steady, okay? And you guys have gotten the tour. If you guys haven't seen the tour of the studio from the Rearrange, I will go ahead and I'll put that link in the description below. And if there's things like any of the organizing stuff that I've gotten I will link the boxes in the description below and after the video, and I will link the pocket folders and the magazine thing. I will link those in the description after the video. I'll get you all the links, okay? So, are you guys ready? Let's do it. So, I went through today, and you guys, if you can't hear me, then you need to speak up. Please, I will do my best. Like I said, Joe's sleeping. So here are my stamps. And I divided them into three buckets because it's kind of how it worked out. Now I'm still in the transition stage because I still have the big size cases for my dies. But I don't know if you guys can see that little red dot. So what I did with this is all alphabetical, and I do have the stamps with the dies. Pay attention to the camera, Jennifer. I do have the stamps with the dies if appropriate, but these little red dots here, you guys, the biggest, and here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna go to the other camera, you guys. So that, sorry. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm sorry. Didn't mean to make you sick. Okay. So, I'm going to go to the other camera so that I can hold it steady. So that I can walk you through how I did it. Which is always good, right? Actually seeing how somebody put it together, I know is helpful. So, this bucket right here is new and old mixed together because I still have the clear cases in here, you guys. Oh, I am so sorry about that, you guys. So the little red dot here, I did it a little bit higher than the envelope because anything that has this red dot, hey Jan, anything that has this red dot, you guys, has a happy birthday stamp in it. And Ann Bellinger, guess where I got all these little red dots? You're going to be so proud of me. So any of the stamps that have happy birthday in them have the red dot. So this cutest crew, and then none of these have birthdays, you guys. None of these, which I was shocked. Look at all these stamps and dies, you guys. Not a single birthday in the bunch. So that was my way of highlighting, because that's one of the biggest, it's for me, you guys, it is the most used stamp that I have is happy birthday. It's what the go-to is. And of course, then whatever the holiday is for the season, right? So, oh, yeah. Anne, how did I know? I knew you would be proud of me. So all those cherry cobbler 3/4 inch circles, you guys, all of those were in the bits and pieces container. So this fits perfectly in here. Thanks, Jan. Okay, so I'm going to go grab one of the other bins so that you can see why I did what I did with it. And you guys, my bins, as far as alphabet, because I do mine in alphabetical order, I do know that the bin, I didn't want to put labels on the bins like, you know, A through K and, you know, and so on and so forth. I didn't want to do that because I know that I wanted to keep it fluid, because sometimes there are stamps that, like the S's, you guys, we have that whole last bin is mostly S starting stamps. And I do not count the when I'm doing my alphabet. So, but anyways, you'll see here, this is the A through I bucket, okay? So then we do the K through the R's here. But this is the reason. It's these two big die cuts because it doesn't quite fit. And you guys, these have been transitioned to the new packaging. However, like I've spoken about before, I'm not repurchasing just so I can have the new packaging. And I don't want to, and I'm being honest with you guys, because I know I can be honest with you guys. You guys, number one, I don't want to spend the money to buy something that I already have. And we're all like that, right? Number two, for me, to take the time to switch it to the new packaging to keep what I have seems kind of like, to me, okay, not a very good use of my time, because eventually it's going to cycle out. I don't want to have to save things and move things and reprint things and all of that. I don't want to have to do that, okay? So for me, I'm going to keep it as it is until all of these things just cycle out. So with that being said, then I'm going to have to deal with this sideways business, okay? And I'm okay with that. It's all in here, right? I can still flip through it and figure it out. The red dots are still here. All of those kinds of things. So what do you guys think about this so far? What do you guys think? Why is it every time I get on a video that somebody starts disagreeing with each other? So yeah, what do you guys think about this so far? Any questions? Any ideas? Any suggestions? I think, for me, particularly with the red dots, and trust me, there's more, because I don't know where these little red dots came from, but I have a boatload. So far, good, Ann says. Okay. Things cycle out too fast for me to change containers. Well, and change the actual packaging? Yes, I agree. 100%, Linda. I totally agree. If you're talking about the packaging, that is correct. So now there's something else that I wanted to mention, because when you get to the pine tree trimmings, you guys, this has a die cut. But because it's so small, I keep it in with the stamp set. So once these big die cut pieces or these big die holders go out, I have plenty of room for all kinds of different things. Definitely going to be a transitional process. Exactly, Anne. That is exactly correct. You love the red dot idea? Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you guys like this. So what is, for you, you guys, what is your most used word? Sentiment. We'll say sentiment. What is your most used sentiment? I'm curious. And that's for everybody. If you're catching the replay, what is your most used sentiment? I think probably the second most used sentiment for me is anything with hugs, you guys, and it'll be marked. And we have several, and I'm super excited. Do you separate online from mini from the annual catalog? Nope. Jeanne asked, do I separate online exclusives, mini catalog, and annual catalog? I do not. Now, if you wanted to, you could. But you guys, thinking of you is Anne's most. Yes, I could see that that would definitely be one. Back to Jeanne's question about different color dots. If that could be something that you would want to do, that way then, so here's why I don't separate. Because, oh, and that looks a little bit messy. Let's go over there. Happy birthday and thank you. So these here are my last chance. And then a bunch of miscellaneous stuff, of course. But this is all my last chance product. So I separate that way. And apparently there's a class packet up there. I don't know where that's from. I separate with the last chance because that way then I know to double check it to make sure that it's still available. Because you guys, I don't want to get you all excited about something and not let you be able to buy it. I wouldn't be doing my job very well, would I? No, I'm sorry, you can't buy that. It's not available anymore. That would not be good. So that's as much as I separate. Kim says thinking of you. Linda says thinking of you. Jeanne says happy birthday and thank you. Yeah, it's common sentiment, you guys. Okay, so with that being said, I want to show you you probably saw my ink, but I want to show you my ink, and I want to show you, because I had to do some little bit of rearranging, because I needed to move the stamp shelf down one peg. So I had to move some ribbon things around in that. So let me go put these buckets back and we'll go to that next. If nobody has any questions. Yeah. You guys, it's fun, isn't it? Guys kind of get a little glimpse at what's going on behind the scenes with this video today. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is I want to show you how I organize my ink and my embellishments and ribbon. So that'll be next. So let's move the camera, and so that we don't make you guys sick. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so sorry. Okay, so we're going to go over here, and I organize my ink by color family up here, and you'll see I have like some random individual stamps up there. Those are my daubers, and that's one of my white ink pads, and then right below it is the stamps, and then right below that is my ribbon and embellishments. Now, I think that I need to separate the last chance ones as well as the current ones, as well as the stamps. So let's talk about this stuff. And I'm going back to the other camera, you guys, so hang on. Happy anniversary would be a good one too. I'd probably label my least used so it's easier to find them, like sympathy. There you go. That's what Kim's suggestion was. She said that she would probably label her least used stamps, i.e. sympathy cards, because that way then they're easier to find when you're in a hurry. Or happy anniversary, because we don't use a lot of those, right? I know. All right, so you guys got to look at the way that I did my ink pads, and I do them by color family, and I do it by color family according to the catalog. So anytime that there is a color refresh, I rearrange it all. And I organize my cardstock the same way. Those are all, and no, I do not. Correction. Ink's always by color family, and cardstock is by color groupings, because that's how I had it set up originally, and I just never changed it because I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't want to. It's hard enough to find for me in this new system over here, because I used to have those super tall paper racks, you guys, where I did one color in each little bin. And I took them out because they took up too much real estate. Now, I like this system better, but oh, Linda does her inks by color family too. I like how this is organized, but I think I need to spread it out a little bit more in regards to the cardstock. But I found those old Stampin' Up! Ribbon containers back in 2010, right? Yeah, because I'm coming up on 16 years this year. Back in 2010, I found a bunch of old Stampin' Up! Logoed equipment on, what was it? Craigslist. On Craigslist or eBay? I think it was eBay. It was probably eBay back then. Oh, Kim has hers in color groupings too. Okay, so I'm glad I'm not the only one. So, anyways, I found a bunch of logo stuff, and that was one of the things that I found. I really like those because I can adjust. There's 2 different sizes. I have several. I think when I bought them, there was a couple of packages. So I like the sizing variation. So that way then, if we have big ones or if we have smaller ones, I can adjust how I need it. Embellishments. You guys have seen my embellishment package before. You guys know I love, ooh, dusty. Ooh, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, you guys. Apparently I need to dust. Embarrass myself. Everybody's ink, it sounds like, is in color groupings. Okay. Oh, that's a password. Don't know what that's for. Okay. So this is how I store my embellishments. These are typically by height size. This is Memories and More cards. The ephemera packs. I even have some treat packaging in here. But I keep those in here because online, did you guys know that these ephemera packs are considered an embellishment? So if you're looking for them in the online store, they're in embellishments. So I figured, well, I might as well store them with my embellishments. And that's how I store these. I like this container until they came out, or I really liked this container until they came out with these wider packs of embellishments. They're kind of rough to put in here. Now, yes, if I wanted to, I could go through and I could trim them down because they're not that far off. I just do what I did with my big old die cut sizing. I just fold it over like this because these don't fit in here either, but this works for me in the space that I have available. So that's how I do my embellishments. Now, you guys, I will say, when it comes to embellishments and ribbon, every time that they bring in new online exclusives, I go through and I make sure to pull all the last chance ones. And I did that last time. Actually, I didn't do it in January. So I do need to do it in March because I have no idea what embellishments I have that are on the last chance list. I do try to use them, or like those partial packages, you guys, some of the partial packages I sent to my niece, the one that sent those totally glamorous card fronts to me. I sent her some partial packs, and I send them sometimes with team stuff, and use the suggestion from Patty Bennett and purchase passport sleeves. Clear plastic makes for consistent storage. And you know what, Anne? You're right. But see, Anne says that she used a suggestion from Patty Bennett. And she purchased passport sleeves. They're clear and they're plastic, and they make consistent storage for embellishments. And I would agree. And you could do that. I really like this container though. And for me, it's all about the container. I'm going to be honest. Okay, so one more thing from this shelf, because you guys don't get to see this, you only get to see the other stuff. So this box, this wood box, holds all of my embossing folders, all my current embossing folders, the big party alphabet and party banner dies, because they won't fit anywhere else. They fit in here. And then these die cuts here are all dies that no longer or never did have stamp sets to go with them. Like this Lifetime of Love, I bought the dies, didn't buy the stamp set. Thoughtful Moments is a hybrid embossing folder. So the embossing folder's in here, the dies are in here. So I have this box. So that's where I store my embossing folders and my wayward dies. Stylish Shapes. Perennial Postage is in here because it doesn't have a stamp set anymore. You know, things like that. So they go in this box. And this box is on the shelf just below where the ribbon and the embellishments are. Along with the bits and pieces. Bits and pieces is on that same shelf. Okay, any questions about any of that? Any questions about any of that? It doesn't sound like it. You guys, I hope you're liking this video. Here's the other thing, you guys. These are only suggestions. I like to use what I have. I don't like to have to buy something as a modification. So those, I knew that the new stamp sets were coming, the new sizing. So those plastic bins that I bought, I actually were the bin that you got at the Ghouls, Gobbles, and Garland event. Whether you did online or in person, that was your bag, because we always try to do a storage solution for the Ghouls, Gobbles, and Garland. to help you organize. So, and then, so I didn't really buy those. Those were extra. Actually, I did buy an extra one just to make sure I had enough. Let's see what else. I don't think I have anything else for that shelf. Did I cut? You cut large embellishment packs in half and slip them into the passport sleeves. Yeah. They do come in odd sizing. And that's one of the reasons why I like that container. I like the galvanized. It's something that I bought a long time ago. Because that's the other thing, you guys. Don't we kind of collectively collect storage? You know? I was gifted a box storage thing for my birthday. I use that. I mean, you run into things, ooh, that would be the perfect thing for that. But life changes, right? So I have several of that box that I had, the embossing folders and the wayward dies. That is the same box that I use for the ink pads. And I bought 3 because I didn't know how it would fit. So it just worked out. I used to have those ink pads in a plastic container. Wanted to get rid of the plastic. So, okay. So last thing we're going to talk about is cardstock. And I think that's the last thing that I have. Because I really love, you guys, I love the system. I did not. It was a suggestion from a member of my team and who happened to be a helper for me. So I really loved that. This needs to be moved because it's in the way. Hang on, guys. I'm moving a mess so that you can see. Okay. And I have kitties watching. Okay. So I'm going to walk over there too, but let's talk about cardstock. And you guys, I have all the lights on in here, so it's going to be a little bit dark, and I'm sorry. So in here, so it's the black, the white, vanilla, and then it goes into in colors, and then it's the tail end of the blues and the purples over there. And then on the bottom, it's neutrals, and then greens and yellows, and then reds and oranges, and then it goes into the purples. So that's how I do that. But this, hang on, trying not to wiggle too much. This is the storage part that was so cool to me because and I'm flipping cameras around, you guys, trying to figure out a way to organize the little pieces, right? So that I would actually use them. Who has all of their little pieces in a drawer? That would have been me a long time ago, before Corrine came into my life. I'm so glad that she helped me with this. I used to have to dig through and I'd get irritated and I'd just cut another piece, right? So with this, because everything is marked Secret C, this is all of the Secret C scraps that I have. And you guys have seen these folders before. Here's the cloud cover scraps. And it's marked. And it's, you guys, it's very abbreviated. I'm not going to lie. I didn't actually, who helped me with the second round? When we did the rearrange, Becky actually helped me. We were tag teaming. So these sleeves, and I want to say they came in, and I'm looking them up. They came in orders, Amazon, of course, on all accounts, you guys. The plastic bins, I know these folders are amazing, Anne. They'll be linked in the description. Let me make sure. Yeah. They come in a 15 count of folders, but that gives you 30 pockets. So 15 count, 30 pockets. And how much were they? How much are they? Dun, dun, dun. Oh, there's a 24 count too. So I only needed a small amount. So they come in a 15, a 24, and a 36 count. And the 15 is $7.91. The 24 pack, ooh, that's got to be crazy. You don't want, trust me, you don't want the 36 count. Those are $82. That's crazy. The 24 count is $11.99. So these sleeves, and they're all different colors. And they're just these kind of orange and blues and greens, you guys. So you live life according to Amazon. You know, I kind of do too. I'm real bad about that. Yeah. Anyways, so these sleeves plus a label maker make things so much easier, you guys. I was using these even before I did this storage. I had one of those magazine holders. I had one or two of them. I don't remember. I think it was just one. And that's where the color organizing. I did all the neutrals. I did the greens and the yellows, the reds and the oranges, and then all three of the other ones, the pinks, blues, and purples, all on the end. So there was 4 little, and all of my colors were put on this. All the scraps in one place. I knew where to go to find the color. I knew what I had because it's all in here and you can see right through it. So do I have a card base in there? Yes, I do. So these little sleeves were a game changer in regards to using up my scraps. Oh, heavens to Betsy. You guys, when I am cutting for the birthday bash, the ghouls and gobbles, or at like stamp and bingo, which by the way, that event is going to post after the video today because I have all the stuff ready to go. So I'm going to post the event on Facebook. I'm going to post it here on YouTube. And I'm going to post it on my blog as well so that you can get all the information. I do both online and in person. In person is limited, just so you know. Anyways, when I do these bigger events, you guys, the scrap bins dwindle. And it's amazing, and I love it. So, anyways, does anybody have any questions about those things? I will put link to these in the description after the video. Does anybody have any questions? Questions. It's very exciting. I hope this gave you a little bit of inspiration, maybe gave you an idea because that's what it's all about. And oh, that's tape. You guys, I thought the window was cracked. I almost freaked out. I know, Kim, I'm super excited too. Yay! Okay, so if nobody has any questions about anything, that's all that I have, I think. Great ideas. Oh, and you're very welcome. That's what it's all about, right? I'm waiting on Amazon delivery now so I can finish with a project. Ooh. Yeah. What's Amazon bringing me? Sunday, Amazon's bringing me something. So, you guys, I have a standard stamp and bingo graphic, but we're going on a picnic. And that'll be the only tip that you guys get. But we're going on a picnic for bingo. I'm so excited about it, you guys. I've done a major overhaul on both of my spring events, you guys. Butterfly Birthday Bash is, the overhaul was huge. I'm working on the pricing on that, and I'm going to get that out as soon as I can. It should be out within the next week and a half. Happy reorganizing. Exactly. Happy reorganizing. January is a good month to reorganize, you guys. So, if you're catching the replay, you have questions, post them here. I do come back. All the girls that are in the live video will tell you I come back and answer all of your questions. I have 3 boxes to open. Ooh, Kim, that's a lot of boxes. Have a great day getting crafty, you guys. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10:30 Central. We're taking our first look. I don't know if you guys saw my alternatives. I've already done one alternative for the special delivery paper pumpkin from January of 2026. So we'll be taking our first live look at that paper pumpkin tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, because it's the last Friday or Saturday of the month. Oh, stamping up delivery this morning. Linda. Ooh, goodies. I'm waiting on a box myself. I put in a nice size order. I've got, you guys, you remember the jam stuff? Apparently, you guys, unbeknownst to me, I ordered the whole entire bundle. Or suite. The whole entire suite. And I have most of the suite already, but apparently I ordered it again. Trust me, it's not going to go to waste. Okay, you guys. Thank you for joining me. Ask your questions, you guys. I love questions. I'm here to help you. That's what it's all about. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow morning. Bye, guys.